let's take a look at page 2 of 1.3 as we're continuing on practicing our different types of bar graphs from categorical data when we have two variables. So, in number 2 here it says comparing car colors. Favorite vehicles colors differ amongst types of vehicles. Here are data on the most popular colors in 2008 for luxury cars and for SUVs, trucks, and vans. So notice how we have two. We have the luxury cars and we have the SUVs. So on this one here, it says make a graph to compare vehicle type. So what I'm going to do here is, since we did a segmented on the previous one, I'm going to do side by side bar graph. And doesn't mean you can't do a segmented. To me, it makes a little more sense doing side by side so you can see each other compared to each other a little bit easier. Okay, so we give you lots of space here. So my title here is going to be just what's there in bold, comparing. Comparing car colors. So here it will be percent of vehicles. And then down below here, and I'm going to slide this up if you don't mind, is going to be the color. So we got lots of colors. So we got black. We got silver. If I can fit them all here, white pearl. So I'll put a little slash there. Gray. Just white. So white, pearl, and white are a little bit different. Blue, those of you who are car buffs would definitely be able to tell me why. Red, yellow gold. Oops, I'm going to maybe have to stretch that out. Green. And then, I don't know what, beige brown. So I'll go BB. Okay. So now, my percents, if I look at my percentages, I want to see what's my highest percent. Looks like 25% is my highest, so I'm going to count by fives here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now, what's nice is I actually have the colors, but if you don't, it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll go blue here, and those are going to be my luxury cars. And I'll make red the SUVs, trucks, and vans. So now I'm hoping these percentages don't go up in the 25 range, but I think I'm going to be safe. All right, so one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the luxury cars first here. So with the luxury cars, for black, it's 22. Now notice how I'm not making kind of a small, and I'm going to leave a space there. So I'm going to put a red beam right here. I'm going to do that for all of them. Silver, was 16%. And then white pearl was 14%. Gray was 12%. You can see how this is kind of busy work. 11% for white. 7% for blue. 7% for red. 6% for yellow gold. 3% for green, and 2% for beige brown. All right, I'm going to switch colors, and now I'm going to do the SUVs, trucks, and vans. So 13% So notice how I just kind of put it right next to it, okay? Side by side, based off their colors. Silver, exactly the same. Then only 1%, wow, just a tiny little bit right there. For gray, it was 13%, so just a tiny bit higher. Okay. For white, it was 25%, wow. That kind of makes sense though, because if we're talking trucks, you know, and vans run by companies, they usually make them white so they can put their advertisements on it. All right, sorry, more commentary there. Blue, 10%. So a little bit higher because these are 7%. So 10, that was 7. Let's see, then red was 11, so even just a tiny bit taller. And then the yellow was only 1%, so you get that little tiny sliver. And then green was 4%, so just a tiny bit higher. And then beige brown was 6%. A bit bigger. There we go. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to make it that wide. But there we go. We have our graph. Probably the busiest work that we have to do on that one. So then in B, it says, write a few sentences describing what you see. Well, if I take a look at the graph, basically what I want to do is talk about what colors seem to be the same, what seem to be different, which one colors are preferred more than the other. Okay. So I look here, silver is exactly the same, while all the percentages are different for all the other colors. So I'm going to kind of note that. So the height of the bars are different for every color except silver. Now I'm going to talk about like which one's the most popular or not popular. So I'm going to say the most popular color for luxury cars was black, while for SUVs, trucks, and vans, it was white. Now, I do also want to make a comparison of some covers or colors, meaning which ones maybe had the greatest differences. I compared which ones were the same. Maybe I'll look at the differences. So I'll note here the biggest difference in percentage, and I think that biggest difference in percentage was 14%. I'll say 14% difference. Just going to put that in percent. Was in white and white pearl, which is interesting because I think if you actually combine those two colors together, then they would actually have the same percentage, which is kind of interesting. All right, that ends your CFU for 1.3.